basically they've reached such a low at this point that that's how they feel, and you really can't change their mind. So I really think that if someone is requested to do this, the person that does it should not be in trouble. Should not be arrested, should not even be, unless, like, get something signed, documented. I know there was, like, some country that sometimes do that. I think some people, some country, like a couple of countries, I think, do that. As long as you get, like, legal documentation that this is what they want to do, and they ask this person to do it, then yes. I really think in a real life scenario, that should never be even thought of. They've been asked to do it, and in this situation, it's even worse because these are two people that love each other, so that makes it even worse. And when I first played this, I actually cried. I'm not even gonna lie. I did. I must have been half an hour just thinking over and over and over in my head. I could not make the decision on the spot. I just couldn't do it. Yeah, for half an hour I just thought and fought and just sadly had tears running down my eyes, at the time. But there is a thing here. And the thing is, this is not Max's decision to make. And that is because of the reality she's in. This is not her world. This is a different world that she unintentionally curated just to make things better for Chloe. She could. But at the end of the day, this is not even her decision. This is something she cannot do because this isn't her Chloe at the end of the day. This is something she can't do. This is an unprecedented situation. This would never happen in real life. But this isn't her world. This isn't her choice to make. She can't do this because it's just not her. It's not her choice. It's not her. This Chloe's asking for it, but this isn't Max's world or her Chloe or anything to do that to. This would be totally different if it was the Chloe she meets back in the real world. This would be totally different. This is not her Chloe here. This is not her world, and it's not her Chloe to do it to. So you can't. It's difficult, but when you think about it in the larger sense, this isn't the world where Max is given the right to have that choice. She has no right to accept this decision because it's not her Chloe she's doing it for. It's a Chloe she unintentionally created. It's not her own. I mean, yes, on the face of it, she looks like Chloe, she acts like Chloe, but at the end of the day, it's not hers. It's one she unintentionally curated. So you can't do it to someone that isn't. It's basically like doing that to someone you don't know. And yes, Max knows who it is, but it's not someone. It's not hers. You know what I mean? It's not someone from her world. This is a world she unintentionally curated and found herself in, just because she wanted to make some life better for her, and she ends up making it worse. But at the end of the day, it's not hers, is it? This isn't her world. It isn't her Chloe, so it's not her decision to take. This should be down to Joyce and William, because Max is only going to be here for so long, because now she's seen the photo, and that's what makes it worse. She's going to leave Joyce and William not knowing what she did, and then she's going to leave. So you can't. Max's situation, it can't be done like that. It just can't. There's just so many things that don't help. Like I said, it's not her world, it's not her Chloe, which means it's not really her right to take this decision and do this. And the fact that she's going to leave makes it even more not her right. She's been asked, but in the grand scheme of it, it's not her right to do it.
Chloe, I can't. It wrecks me to see you in any pain, but I don't have any right to do this.
I'm an adult.
I'm giving you the right.
But Joyce and William...
I already said my goodbyes to them, but they won't honor my wishes. You will, right?
I can't kill you with an overdose.
Max, I'm dying from my illness, not my dosage. This accelerates the process. I'd rather go out on a wave than a
Okay,
rock.
so it was this one where she said
And
that.
I want my best friend to help me out.
I am going to help you, but not like that. You have to believe me, Chloe.
Why, Max? You're just bailing on me, like everybody else.
It's not her right to do it, Shay.
Why don't you go now? You've been wanting to
I mean-
since you got here, right? So go and don't come back.
I mean, at the face of it, you know, even if it was hers,
I am never leaving you again.
I don't think Max could do it. I really don't. I think she, with how she feels, right? I don't think she could even do it, even if the right was hers and it was the Chloe she knows. You know, I think even with that she just couldn't. I do not see Max being able to do it. I think she would rather just hold on to whatever time they had together left.
I'm sorry, William.
I don't know, man. The fact that she goes and leaves, I originally said it wasn't really the point, but at the end of the day, it really is the point. It's the point that points it and says, no, this isn't your decision to make. You have no right to make this because you're going to leave and return to your world, you know? So it's the biggest point in all of this, to be
Someday
fair.
Dad'll get one of them newfangled computers.
I hope the flash didn't scare you, Max. This is a keeper. Hello? Hey, honey. What? Oh, I didn't know you had to get groceries. Of course I'll come pick you up.
I kind of hope that isn't the photo that Joyce gave her. I hope it's the photo she just carried with her back here.
Aha! You can't hide from me
But
forever.
then again, if it is the one that Joyce gave her, I can understand why she's doing it, because she doesn't want to be tempted to try it again.
Max, you'll be here too, right?
She becomes really responsible with her powers from here. It was kind of like the shock she needed to know that this is no toy to play with. And even though she didn't treat it like that, it's even more so now.
Max, you are being so fucking strange. Like you're never gonna see us again.
Chloe, I'm so sorry. I tried to make things different for you. I did try. I'm sorry.
I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but come on. You have made things different, like my whole life. You're my best friend. I've got you and a great family. What's to be sorry for? We'll be best friends forever. And when we grow up, we're taking over the world.
Listen, whatever happens, I want you to be strong. Even if you feel like I wasn't there for you. Because I will never abandon you, Chloe. I'll always have your back. Always.
Low key, yeah. That's low key, I love you right there. That's what that is. So, farewell. You remember when I said that Tom Lady had a theory? And I kind of think this makes sense. I reckon from that moment, that's probably the world that Chloe receives the tape. I reckon older Max did that. I reckon through her whole entire trip through here, she does that. The one thing she does change is send Chloe that tape with everything on it. And how she, you know, even as she's older, she's like saying, it's hard to say what I'm thinking. But you'll notice that Max did sound a lot older in that tape than when she did when you played it. And I thought that was a really good, I thought that was a really good thought. That was a really good thought. I would like that to be the case.
Chloe, you're back.
Whoa, whoa, down, Max. You get one kiss, now you're all over me?
Yes.
I'm so glad you're here.
You sound high, but thanks for the morning growth. Since we were up all night playing CSI Arcadia Bay, I was still spaced out here trying to put all this info together.
You're not the only one, Shay, to be honest.
Max, did you forget we've gone over this? I hope you weren't messing around with time while I was sleeping.
Not anymore. I'm just spaced out too.
That's an understatement.
Welcome back to the real world, Max.
So, let's see. I'm sorry to place the features posted with Frank, even if she did care about him. To her, it's just another betrayal, to another loved one dumping her on her. Everybody she ever loved, she lost one way or the other. Only I came back from the past, for what? To make Chloe's life more painful. I just wish I'd used my rewind power to go all back to the days when we were covered in pancake flour. Life was simple. Let's never do the time warp again. I can't even begin to explain what happened. If I think too hard, the ramifications, my brain might melt. I try to describe it as describing something that happened to someone else. Chloe was so upset that when we discovered what happened, that Rachel and Frank had been involved in with Frank Bowers, and she just blew up. I can never talk to her when she's like this, and I got so tired of having to walk on eggshells around her emotions. She still blames William for a messed up life, no matter how much she knows she's being unfair. I can't say I wouldn't be just as messed up, not that I'm own in my own way. Not in my own way, sorry. All I could think about was I wish I could go back in time and help her, and suddenly I'm looking at the photo of William taking the bus, and it started pulsating like it was a 3D. I could see inside it. Yes, I went back in the photo too. When I was 13 years old, I was back in Chloe's kitchen. The year was 2008. I felt my heart drop when I rushed to Chloe's house, so when William opened the door, I prepared for the worst. But Chloe's smile was so genuine and beautiful, I almost cried. Just minus all the rage. Chloe begged me to spend the night, and of course I did. I felt awful and disconnected. Chloe was just bubbly and excited to hang out with me, especially since I played on her pretty much hardcore after her accident. Even in an alternative universe, I'm a shitty friend. No. Sweetie. She's pretty much broken her lung. Pretty much broken. Her lungs stopped working properly, and she was basically dying a slow, painful death. She almost felt so guilty about her parents' sacrifice and dwindling income. She wasn't erratic or tortured by this, just practical, which made me feel even more terrible for putting her in this situation. But there was no way I was going to help my best friend take her own life. I couldn't do it, especially after what happened with Kate. That makes a lot of sense. I know I should have done whatever Chloe asked of me, considering I was just running for a situation, but how can I inject her full of morphine and just watch her fade away? I know she was upset, but I had to tell myself that this reality wasn't real. Exactly. I I had seen the result of my temporal tampering and I got scared thinking about my new power, even if it wouldn't even work anymore. That would have been cruel karma. Fortunately, I was able to present myself with the photograph and yeah. Dosed in chlorine. It was so nice to crash in Chloe's room for the first time in 5 years and wake up next to her like in our old sleepovers. For some reason it reminded me of the time we were going to TP one of the neighbors' houses and we even snuck out, but got chicken and ran back home, laughing all the way. I remember waking up the next day and Joyce was making one of her delicious breakfasts downstairs and Chloe smiled at me like we were in the most secret club in the world. We were pirates, damn it. After our academic espionage last night, I felt the same way. It's just that now the stakes are much higher and much more dangerous. Yeah. I even ended up in some of April Amber's clothes since mine were trashed. A brand tee and ripped jeans, so not me. But I haven't found my style yet, so why not have some fun experimenting with a new outfit? Speaking of experiments, Chloe made Derry to kiss her, so I did. Of course she did. She probably thought I'd wuss out. Why? It wasn't a big deal, though it was cute the way she was kind of embarrassed after she said she would tell Warren about it. Besides, I think Chloe sees Rachel Amber in her future. I don't know. I'm not totally convinced. Call me Rachel, which just seems so wrong considering how beautiful she is and how boring I am. I guess when your effort really is working, it's magic. Her freaking image was the last photo making pancakes in the kitchen. I know she's still there. When Chloe smiled at me this morning, I saw her. The picture seemed to sum up everything we had as children and lost as adults. Whatever being an adult means. Suddenly I couldn't take it anymore. I kind of blew up. It was like a torment that felt awesome. I've been wanting to rip David in like that myself for a long time. I figured worst case scenario, hello rewind power, but I wanted Joyce to know the depth of his weird paranoia. It makes sense. She looked so sad and angry when I told her about the photos of Rachel and Kate, not to mention the home surveillance. Joyce kicked his ass out of the house, to Chloe's glee. Okay, sorry.
I don't think I can ever tell Chloe about what happened. I wish I could tell Chloe how much William cared about her.
You could do that for yourself.
This is a serious expose on the Prescotts. Finally.
The name Prescott may not mean much to you or those outside the edges of a small Oregon town, but this is a name that means quite a lot in Arcadia Bay. A quiet town seemingly stuck in time. Once home to a prosperous fishing and tourism industry, the town has been seen much better days, as despite the local success of the prestigious Blackwell Academy and its football and swimming teams, the Bigfoots and the Otters. Environmental changes to the area have reduced the amount of fish and other sea life, resulting in stagnant economy and limited tourism. Oddly, the Prescotts have managed to keep their business interests quite profitable. In fact, they are behind an expensive exclusive housing department known as Pan Estates, to be built deep in the forest near Blackwell Academy. Local Native American groups have already filed various motions against it, citing widespread destruction of tribal lands and natural resources. Nice.
That's my Chloe.
Yeah, it is.
snow dough always makes me think of William and Chloe. I should have known just erasing that phone message wouldn't stop the police.
Yeah. This prices is Officer Addison Barry, and since we have your contact info on file on here, we'd like to come by the station on Monday morning at approximately 8 a.m. to ask a few questions about any information you may have regarding a recent break-in at Blackwell, and the fact your car was identified in the parking lot around the same time. Yeah, it makes sense. Oh.
I'm so sorry, William. It's not fair you had to die twice.
Yeah.
Staying up all night is the best excuse to drink lots of coffee.
Getting lost in all this shit.
Even Holmes and Watson didn't use every piece of information. Yes, Chloe Price was here.
Yep.
There's Chloe's cash stash. Sorry, Principal Wells.
Don't be sorry about it. It's not like he was going to use it for what he intended it for. He would have spent it already.
So close yet so far away. We have to do 3 main things.
Right. What things?
1, decipher Frank's logbook. 2, get Nathan's phone to find out where he's been during the Vortex Club parties with Kate and Rachel. And see whatever hidden shit he's got in his messages.
3, beat Stepdouche Dan until he tells us about Frank, Nathan, and the Dark One. And I do have a gun now.
Keep it in your pants. We'll have to do this on our own.
Dude, at least let me kick his ass, then rewind. Fine, whatevs. It's your power.
Which I can't waste on shit like that. Or Blackwell would be in big trouble.
At least you let me take that money to pay Frank off.
Don't remind me. I just want him off your back. Our back.
I know. You should get busy in the garage to see what dirt you can dig up. I'm gonna cyberstalk some names and see where that leads. Or to who. And be careful of Stepcrack. He's not gonna be a happy camper after you reamed him yesterday and Mom is giving him the boot.
I'm on it, partner.
I know what she really meant by that,
I
but
can't abuse this level of my rewind.
I'll get giddy.
It's way too dangerous, and
Yeah.
I need to navigate the present without messing up the past.
See, I like it because Max is being a lot more responsible now. Not that she was in the first place, but she's being a lot more cautious now. She was telling Chloe that.
This butterfly photo seems like 1,000,000 years ago. How much time have I altered since?
Is Rachel still in there? I don't see it.
Oh no, that poor little bird has been trapped in here. This might be the last poster advertising Arcadia Bay after tomorrow night.
Now they're kind of...
Since David might be in there, I better mosey along for a change. Last time I wanted to splash some water on my face, my whole life changed. Oh, that blue dye makes me so happy. It means the real Chloe is back with me.
Oh, Maxie. You're starting to see it, aren't you, Max? She's starting to see it. She's starting to see it. Like I said at the end of the last episode, from that point onwards, Chloe becomes probably the most important thing in the whole matter to her.
Fly, be free.
I think that's probably something to do with what's downstairs. Because I don't think it really means much to anything else. Oh, spit.
You won this battle, Max. You broke up my family. I salute you.
David, I didn't try to hurt you. Ever. But I won't let anybody hurt Chloe.
Too late, isn't it? You just better be damn careful with her. Don't you wander off into the dark.
I think it was then that I kind of noticed David didn't really have a lot to do with
David
it
isn't any different from me
outside
when he's
just
looking at those family
trying to find the
photos.
truth. I think it was then that I was like, yeah, David, surely not. Surely not. Thanks for helping my experiment. I didn't help at all. You did enough so that I got an A- instead of B+. I was stressed about. Okay, I'll take credit for your success. Congrats, I roll. Even though A- is such bullshit grade, a minus? Don't be whacked, Warren. Jeez, that's... Somehow I think you'll survive. Tell that to my folks. Your folks will shit? Your folks will shit about that? That's an A-, dude. Goddamn bathroom. Thanks for sharing. Yo, Max, your friend Chloe texted me that I'm out of a loop now. She sounds hot, so I get why. Thank you, everybody. You know, I hope that proves that Warren is not overly stitious. Yeah, because a lot of people would have thought, well, Warren's overdoing it. I think he kind of gets it. Now he's starting to get it. I sure didn't have her number. Now I get why you didn't want to go 8 with me. You should go with her. She looks cool enough for you. So Warren ships it. So, thank you, Warren. I have a lot of cool friends like you. Yeah, you do. Just my luck. So yeah, folks. He is not that bad after all. Let me know when you want to come by my room. I'll give you a fashion makeover. I'm swamped with homework, but I'll check in with you later. Aw. I bet her and T would have thought Taylor. They probably would have had to fight about it. Hey honey, I just got a weird warning saying text. Just got a weird text warning me that my nosy daughter better stop watching others and look out for herself. Is this some kind of school prank? And it's from a blocked number. Sorry, some jackass in my class thought it'd be funny to send. It's not. I don't like strangers having my number. I'm just being a dad. I know it's been a tough week for you. Aw. Her dad is awesome. Julie, hey, I hope you're okay after everything. You might be busy, but feel free to call me anytime. Besides everything, I'm just curious, have you ever heard of a guy named Frank Bowers who lives in an RV around town? You mean a van down by the river? I heard he's sketchy meth head. That's about it. Why? Are you doing an investigation without my help? No, just bored. Yes, he's reported it was. Ah. Sorry, my phone was in my bag. Max Wags. I'm busy blazing. What up? Drugs. That's it. Ask Nathan. He knows what I think. Oh yeah, we know that. Marshmallow. How are you? Have you still visiting me this week? I have some important things to tell you. I still go visit. You can't stop me. I missed you and my bunny. Oh.